another video. So, okay, sometimes, like I said, whatever type of manipulation these people are doing, and y'all know mass manipulation is my pet peeve because it may have been something that could have been inserted in my DNA to let me know that this what was going to happen in the end times to try to kill or take down the Son of God. But I feel like, or God, because again, we also know that the Son is a form of God on the planet, right? So I was just reading one of the quotes in the Bible that says, one of the scriptures that says, "I am the Lord your I am the Lord your God who sits at your right hand." I noticed it was in all caps. Now, I know that the Lord to me is not God. It's a very powerful person. Um, it could be that this person is sitting at the right hand of someone or something. But like I said, it can't be God because if I could see through you and you were, even if you were on high or rich or famous or something, if there was my God and if I can see you, then my God will be able to see you. You see what I'm saying? So, like Satan deceived the whole world. So now that's confirming to me from just one visual that I just got this rising that came into my feed that okay, that's this person that could cause these things or something. You know, well, how they say that even for even Satan comes and transform himself into a beacon of light. So, and this is giving me the energy of like somebody that comes off too perfect or too nice or too something. So again, this has something to do with Iraq or Iraq or somebody trying to turn somebody's mind into a rock or something like this, to hide something, hide their own deception, and then again, there has to be this energy of like realization of something because, like I said, if I know that you're fooling people and I could just look at what you're just saying right there, you mean to tell me a God that's most higher than me couldn't see that? So that means that the most high God energy is dwelling in me. It might be something to do with seasons or something, but 'cause I think with moon phases and these seasons and these new moons that God hateth, this is them trying to trip up the energy or say, "Oh, time is up." You know, they could have put it in these people's brain or something like, you know, if she don't figure it out by this time or something, then or the whatever you call it when um what is it called I cannot remember when somebody the time of oh my goodness, what the heck is it called? Like somebody does a crime or something like this, right? And then you come back and you talk about it. Statute. Oh, what the heck? I don't know. Okay, limit of something. Okay, where it's like it's too late for you to talk about it or something like this. Like, say, let's say somebody was raped when they were like 10, and they don't say anything to anybody, and then they wait until they're like 20 or something. Whatever time in between could have been too much time for them to be able to bring forward a case. Statute of limitation or something like that. Okay. Um, but so I was just thinking about this that like these new moons and they make it sound so mystical and everything like this. But this, I'm wondering if that's really just what we're talking about. Like somebody had to wait but till all their crimes, like again, you know how like if some shit is on your credit for 7 years or something, it's supposed to be disappear off your credit, something like that. So I seen one image and I'm like, oh, okay, this is what we talking about. Okay, so it confirmed what I was just asking myself in there. So the justice system, because somebody sent me a song yesterday that said something like, if you break my heart, they'll never let you in, or they'll never let you in heaven or something. But it's like heaven is already somebody's abode. Like, although these people think that they've been cloning people and things like this and changing people from so-called black to white and changing their appearance and stuff like this, it's still they don't understand that I'm that something that's above all that. So there's something about heaven. I mean, there's something about the earth and heavens, or the earth and the sun, or something like this. Um, like what science tell us is something, but there's no differentiation or something between the two. It's like it's the energy that is, yeah, I don't know, it's something like a built-in something that's like, because I can say we could say psychic or gifted or something like this, but I don't spend my time because I don't have any clients or anything. I don't spend my time unless I feel like a angelic or another being is reaching out to me. I don't have time to go searching around seeing what these people, because I'm already trying to solve my case or something like this, which can then free many people. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like Satan and a fake God or a fake feminine energy posing as God have been a married couple or something, canvassing the nation for the past 20 years. You know what I'm saying? Doing all this kind of work to fight against God in the day of Armageddon. So again, it's kind of like breaking things down, but it doesn't say that. It doesn't mean that God is not real, because the fact that these people are going to be exposed or whatever the situation is going to be exposed, it proves to me that there's a higher power or a higher being, and that energy might live within me. So I don't know. Somebody else could have been getting in the way, because if a feminine energy took the masculine energy that's supposed to reignite something with me at this time, then that would put a damper in it, but it still don't break the spirit. It still don't take away the energy. It still don't change the course. It still don't, while you still able to breathe, think, talk. Maybe if they took away my voice or something, then I could still manifest it by thinking it or saying it or writing it, or it's something like this. Okay. So, but I feel like this is where somebody want to rip something down, like somebody created something to destroy somebody, and now it's being magnified that, wait, this should not be being destroyed. Oh, I see why you're doing this. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's one of those times of realization for somebody. I see why you're doing this. And then it kind of shatters the whole thing. So somebody could have thought they were going to drop a big rock on God's head and just smash God out of the equation, but really the rock is just going to bounce off and smash everything that they've done. But in the meantime, it's like almost like the system or construct that they built to destroy somebody, maybe it'll turn around and start looking at these people, because I feel like that's basically what's happening now. Like these people are being hung on the cross. It's unfortunate that somebody could have been deceived to go with these people. This could be somebody that knew because they knew me in a sense, and now they're over there with them. It's something like that. So maybe we could see the energy of what comes in and creates a God, a real God, when it says there's no one beside me. But then that may make, okay, if these people been using God's energy or the name of God to put fear in people, but they don't give a fuck about God. They don't care. The son to be here, they'll try to kill the son. If God was here, they'll try to kill the God. It's almost like but something is going to show them in the end. It's kind of like this energy of destroying, is destroying one's or someone else's self. It's like so again, I feel like if this masculine been running around with this feminine all this time, say this my spouse, my ex, well, my old spouse, okay, person that I actually married, took my took millions from me, like that Maximilian energy, okay, and went with my best friend and built a life together and cloned himself and placed him in a lifestyle with me. And anybody can come in and out of that vassal to keep an eye on me. I'm thinking I'm still dealing with this man, but you know, because there's something about a quiet man. But maybe that's the problem. You see what I'm saying? I'm hearing dark and, you know, because I used to wonder why they call people tall, dark, and handsome. Because the tallness, even if the person wasn't tall, because the tallness could be the height or level of something that, and dark could be that they're dark in the inside, and then, you know, handsome. I'm not gonna break that word down because I don't have my PC right here. Okay, but let's say that this is what's happening. Let's just say this. Let's just say it. When the world Iraq happened, or 9/11 happened, and the two pillars were knocked down, that's very significant to the Bible, and it's very significant to my story. That media portrayed it one way, right? But it was really some other way. And so again, they could say God punished these people and took down the industry, or like the music industry, there will be no more music played there. Again, the entertainment industry is not what it used to be or whatever. It's not actually God. It's what those people did to God or the Son of God, even when somebody didn't even know who they were yet, that destroyed that. It's like they were using it to, for some type of narrative here. So this is almost playing out like a, because they said that they're gonna marvel at him. This is starting to be coming out to be like some kind of Marvel comic type of something that happened here. So let's say that. All right. And these people have been cloning themselves and preparing things, making sure that this next lifetime, when they start over, somebody is not going to be included. Now, imagine this person in real life when they spent time with this person. Say somebody just went and swooped in about 144,000 out of an area and took them, multiplied them, enhanced them, did all these things, gave them Lucy juice or whatever like this. And they still left a original God energy in, because when I was thinking about this Septor energy, it made me think about where it was that I met my Taurus for the first time in September. So when I first laid eyes on you, remember. Okay. So it made me think about that neighborhood. And like I told you guys, when I went and looked at that map in Hawaii or something, or Mexico or Hawaii or something, it was like the same exact kind of like layout or grid as my old neighborhood that I grew up with, living right next door to my BFF. And it was something about a crossing there. Something about the sun and a candle, the sun and fire, or sun and candle, or something like this, or a luna, or something like this. So I'm just thinking that this has something to do with somebody is the actual sun, like, or an actual element. Now the candle can be lit or it don't have to be. So when we talk about Candelaria magic, you see what I'm saying? It's it's not as powerful as the sun that came around before anybody had a fucking candle. And the sun been lighting up the world since then. It's like alpha and omega. It's like the beginning and the end. It's like, you know what I'm saying? You people are not necessarily using the moon to grow crops. So the sun is still needed to grow crops. Now it may be somebody trying to prove that that's not, or whatever this is, but this whole shit is about science. This is about science trying to play God and use itself to destroy God, or the essence of what people thought God was. But I never looked at God as a man in the sky that can open it up and do these things. That's kind of like Wizard of Oz taking the curtain off. I always looked at it as something else. That could have been something that was alchemically processed inside of me to know better. Because everybody else in the world may be saying one thing, but I would have to be that one that would be strong enough to say, no, no, no. That's actually not the case. And so that could be somebody that's thinking somebody is a know-it-all. That could turn people off, or it can make you feel something. But it's just to show you that it's not perfect. Like they say, they try to make you think God is perfect. God didn't make no mistakes or something like this. But we all know that the mistake had to be made at some point in time for God to say that he regretted sending the water or sending the flood onto the earth. You see what I'm saying? That's saying, and I think me and Taurus used to have this conversation. I had to give that to him, but I said I never thought of God as that perfect, what they tell you in church either. I always knew that the church was deceiving the people on a mass level. That's why I never felt comfortable in the particular, in certain churches. I'm not going to tell you every church because I haven't been to every church. That may be different at another church because I know somebody's going to try to flop that and say, "Oh my goodness, let's go to the Vatican and say that this person doesn't believe in church." You see what I'm saying? So, but what I'm saying is the churches that I've gone to. Okay, all right. And the first church that I went to was under the James family. Okay, it was under the James family, and that's the church my grandma used to go to. And then I remember I remember going to like a mega church that it felt like I didn't feel anything there. At least it felt like soul or like real churchness. You know what I'm saying? In that church that my grandma used to go to. But I remember the second experience with a church, I had to go with my friend or something. I spent the night in excuse me, and I had to go with my friend, and I think this was in Texas. But there was nothing there. Like it was no essence there. There was nothing. It was just like we were all in the building, and it's just people was just there. There was no essence there. There was no charm. There was no nothing. Especially with so-called black folk, it's something about the church that there's an essence there with most of the churches, so-called black churches that you're going to go to. The pews, the way that grandma chewing on the gum, the hats, the shit like this, the, you know what I'm saying? It's something about that. Okay. So, but I remember that they were like, anybody visiting or whatever, stand up. And I was kind of shy at that time. And I didn't want to stand up, and they made me stand up still. And I'm like, are we all gonna die if I don't stand up in this church and say my name and where I came from? And even that, now that I'm thinking about that, when I just said that, even that was so strange. It's like those people knew, like, you know what I'm saying? Okay. So like because there's something very alien and foreign about Texas anyway, and not in a bad way. I'm just saying that's just the energy or essence that I get. Very NASA, very, you know what I'm saying? Something, okay? So I remember having to stand up, say my name and something about myself or something like this and where I come from and everything like this. But I just feel like always that was like some kind of, setup. I think I had to go up there and take communion or something like they were saying, like, you're dirty or something. You're gonna have to go up here and do this too or something like that. I don't know. But every time I think about the red letter Bible and I think about people being set apart, that's where that's okay. So that could be also where people were already knowing who I was and taking advantage of that and trying to do something, thinking that I'm evil or wicked or something. But in all actuality, it could have backfired and turned into something where somebody was set apart. Or that could be where somebody did some kind of spell work or some shit like this and sealed or binded or blinded someone. I don't know. All right. And then I'm gonna go back to, I think the next church experience that I'm remembering. I'm just picking out ones that's made, like, why God is showing me to look at these instances. Was going to the Sign of the Dove church in my old town, and it was run by the Stackhouse family. So, excuse me. So again, their daughter was one of my so-called best friends for a bit. Um, we were cool and close in school, but it wasn't until after I had my daughter and we were out of school where we, you know what I'm saying, she would come by and we'd just chill or something like this or whatever. Okay. Chill and smoke or whatever. Okay. So I feel like what's going on here after seeing the image that was shown to me today is that it confirms what was being said to me, that this masculine energy that was out of the I don't know if they take these people out of their homes in the middle of the night, brainwash them, and then alter them and make 3 or 4 copies of them, one white, one black, one Hispanic, one something. I don't know. I don't know if this was some odd plan that was programmed into a group of people when they were children. Somebody just binded me or blinded me to block me out of it so that I would not be able to come out as the one that was actually the God energy on the planet. Maybe somebody is God, somebody is Shiva, somebody is Buddha, somebody is this, somebody is that. Again, we all got our parts when we were born into this world, but somebody tried to blind me from having mine and participating in what's being built now or what they have built. There's something very smug and dark and something about this day today, or cloudy or something like this. Okay. I'm the type of person, like, because I'm hearing don't be tardy for the party. So it's like even everything in the entertainment industry for the past 20 years or plus has been timelining, like a timeline as to what actually is going on. Like, this shit is trip. It's there's no real words to 'cause I'm a person of feeling, you know what I'm saying, in talking about not so I don't mind talking about my emotions, but I would be somebody that would be someone that can look at something in, like, maybe it's somebody that would collect art or something like this, okay? And the way that I'm just trying to explain what I see in the piece, okay? Because this is like an act or something that's been put on. So what do I see in the piece? So I'm guessing that what I was picking up on BFF energy, and a spouse or the spouse running off together could be possibly true, and that, I guess I'm supposed to be feeling this heartbreak or something like this right now. But again, it doesn't. I feel like somebody wanted me to be focused on that more so than the fact that, wait a minute, we don't, okay, we see that part, but let's go back real quick because we ain't just gonna go over the fact that we just realized that I'm God on earth and that you Satan. But everybody might like Satan because everybody's been able to see, because this person is offering himself as a beacon of light. And I'm also someone that don't like when people look really nice and look really spiffy and look really healthy, and they may lead a certain type of lifestyle, but they have a wickedness in them that they think that nobody can detect. And if a million people don't detect it, and I can, I'm going to speak on it, even if it is because, again, somebody had to realize that just because you've been tricked don't mean I've been tricked. You know what I'm saying? That, like, in the garden, if somebody ate the fruit or something, but you didn't, like, I'm not about, no, you ate that shit. I didn't. This time I was being careful and I didn't eat the fucking fruit. So I'm not, what are you doing? So it's something like this. Okay, whatever the fruit may be for these people, it seemed like they are strategically, you know, doing things here. Almost how the whole thing with one of those who is it? The Baldwin guy that was in the movie, okay? And that he a prop or something ended up killing a woman. It's kind of like that. Like, we're going through this like a wily coyote or something. Like, we're going through this act or whatever, and somebody keeps on like they're like, oh, it's just pretend. It's just pretend, we're doing this act or something like this. But, in movies, crimes happen. So somebody could be recording you doing a crime in a movie and take it to a courthouse, and everybody know it's a crime in a fucking movie. Everybody know that this instance is a crime in a movie, but the judge is going to use what you did in a movie as an actor, or what you did again when you were being secretly trafficked or mind controlled, and try to put this into a court case. It's something like this. It's like but we all know, we seen, millions of us seen that this was an act in a movie. How are we going to claim that this is something that somebody really did and try to put them in real jail because of it, or some type of real imprisonment? Okay? Because I feel like somebody's energy is around here. Okay? But these people will never be able to rest, really, because the energy, I feel like somebody's energy is going to be here on this planet for a very long time. And nobody's going to be sitting here being in fear or something after being an innocent person that was good to, I'm telling you, anybody that been close to me, I was good to the motherfucker. I just don't know what to tell you. Okay? So I don't know what this is. Okay? Nobody's saying that somebody is perfect. Okay? Like I said, somebody's actions may not be perfect, but I feel like we do have somebody that has the perfect DNA or something like this on this planet. And I feel like that's what makes somebody a target. That's also why people want to keep somebody restricted. But I also feel like they feel like they would get to the point where somebody else will be born or birthed from this, and they would be able to have this. This could be also why some people's children or some people's grapes are trafficked out more than others. But it's going to be a rude awakening for these people, because whatever they thought that they were doing is going to be halted. Whatever they thought they were doing by mass populating with their seed or whatever, it's not going to work out. Especially the people that took seed, I feel, from me. I feel like it's not going to work out how they thought. I'm not going to say how it's going to work out, but I just don't think, if they thought that they could cancel me out and kill me and just make mini me's, it's just not going to work, because it's not the same thing. It made me think about the little court case that I saw about forgery. One twin, they even came to court dressed exactly the same. And one twin forged the signature of another twin, okay? And then she ended up getting in trouble and have to pay her sister, because she was like, but we identical twins. Why couldn't I? She wanted to get the shit done too or whatever. Why couldn't I just sign it? We almost exactly the same. And she was like, it don't matter if you twins, identical twins. You still can't. You know what I'm saying? So somebody could be also using that narrative with twin flames, saying I'm their twin flame, so I can do this, 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 and that. Okay? But again, the fact that somebody is sitting at somebody's right hand means that somebody tried to cut off somebody's right hand, or their birthright, or their right. That's making me think about, it's either the King of Swords or the King of Rods in my one deck. Somebody cut off the lion, or the paw of a lion, and had it strapped across their shoulder. Okay? So that could be what the justice system is trying to do. But that means that if this is the conclusion of what this is, that means that the whole justice, that means that everything, but I'm guessing that they've been keeping it secluded, that they have already stripped the shit down already. And they have their little secret portals or their little secret whatever they're doing to do these court cases. That what it's telling me is that, again, the system is already gone. They just had to give somebody the illusion that it was still up. So this could be like breaking something, breaking the matrix or something like this. But I feel like it's going to make these people feel more shamed than anything, because they were trying to prove like, where's your God now, or something like that. And could you imagine if somebody said, well, I am that God? Or even if you tried to kill the vessel that would be housing that God, well, the energy is within me. So what are you trying to prove? The fact that you are spending 25 years or something trying to ruin somebody and it still didn't work? Because I'm seeing like plankton energy now. Like somebody's been like plankton, but they've been exalting themselves like a ray of light or something like this here. And it's easy to convince everybody that this person is so nice or something, especially if this person don't have their hands directly on exploiting someone. So say, okay, say now let's keep on back on track. Now let's say that eventually, okay, so let's say that this is this energy, and this person had to contaminate his wife, that open up a door or a portal for this person to be able to go into some type of position, right? With their being with this person or something. Now, let's say that this person falls in love or end up liking or making a mistake with another feminine energy or something like this. They end up going off and doing something, but they still want to make sure that they'll be able to free to be themselves in the future. And the way to do that is to restrict the real conduit that they know houses some kind of being that would be closest to a god. So then a BFF and a spouse go together to go against that woman, okay? And start showing underground, like this person, like again, this is making me think I could have always been being recorded. Like this went from a family doing this to me to selling me off or gambling me off or making me think I found this man and we fell in love. In all actuality, the shit was already a setup, possibly, right? Now, I don't know how much this person is aware of this or not. I don't know if they're fully aware of it or if they're not aware of it. I don't know. Okay. But let's say that somebody want that. Let's say I'm somebody that don't agree with and not even that I don't agree, because I feel like women should be free to do whatever they want to do with their body. Just don't listen. I'm not judging somebody for being a porn star, a stripper, or whatever you want to be, as long as the woman is in full knowledge of that's what she's doing and that's what she's choosing. But don't try because your wife was, or I don't care if people go to orgies, let that be somebody's choice. Don't bring the orgy to them. Let that be somebody's choice to join an orgy. Okay? Let it be somebody's choice to be a stripper. Don't force somebody to be a stripper. Okay? Okay, if I chose to at a certain point in my life not mess around. Now again, a lot of the girls when I was going to school, they was messing around with the boys in the school, right? Me, I don't know, I just, it was something about, I feel like it was something about reputation in the school. Like I didn't want to, it wasn't like I was ashamed or anything like this. It's just I just saw the way that people dog people in the school when they would have we have parties or something like this, and then you find out the next day who slept with who, slept with who, slept with who. I just thought that that was kind of embarrassing or something. So I tend to veer away from people that was at school when I was being it when I was being sexually active, I'll say, at that age in my life. But my thing is, okay, if I found a way to do something my way, okay, then again, that is like, that I might look at it as something more sacred than just fun and games and something you just do after you just kicking it with somebody. It it was something more sacred to me. So I don't know, whatever. Okay. But my thing is, don't try to force somebody. And again, if I clean up my life and I don't want to be like that, or if I don't want to sleep around with anybody, if I don't want to be promiscuous, don't force it. So my thing is, okay, I feel like this masculine energy that been separated, okay, they could have known that one day they were going to have to stand up for who they married. And this person could have changed themselves and be looking pristine and like there's nothing behind them or anything like this and they're perfect. All right. That's also an illusion. Okay. But I feel like the masculine energy wanted to make sure, because this is somebody that's very intelligent. And they could have then say somebody's like, oh, now it's about to be time. Somebody is waking up. Whoop de woo. We got to get prepared for this part. It's almost like 4 years ago, somebody amped up something. Maybe they just had listening devices before. Maybe 4 years ago, somebody got bold enough to put a camera in the house. Maybe after they put a camera in the house, somebody said, well, that's just regular shit, whatever, like this. And then maybe somebody decided to, oh, let's put one in the bathroom. So I just feel like, I don't know. I feel like somebody could been using the shame of their person to project something. So if I did one day, this man came up on the news one day and I said, wait a minute, that looked just like my spouse. Oh my God. And that looked just like my best friend. Oh, and she was a whore and she did this and she did that. You see, somebody wanted to have a backup plan, a plan B or something. Somebody wanted to invade my privacy. You understand what I'm saying? Somebody wanted to invade my privacy and also make sure that they have, if I have never been a nude model or something, or if I've never put my full body online or something like this, somebody wanted to make sure that they had that. Because again, once somebody do that, that's your reputation ruined forever. So you could be a perfect, and that's what it scares me, because I feel like down this led to something with trafficking in children. Because once you do that, take away somebody's right to be respectful to themselves. You're taking away somebody's right that, like, throughout their life, they said, oh, well, let me make sure I'm doing this like this so that nobody will be, I don't never want nobody to be seeing me naked, or I would never make a profession out of this or something like this. Who knows? But that would be my choice if I did. So what I feel somebody did was try to, and then they said, oh, well, she's not sleeping around. We expected her to, if we ruin this wedding, this marriage or whatever, or the household, we expect her to go out there into the night and try to sleep around with people or something like this. When that didn't happen, I feel like these people actually could have put drugs in somebody's food or something like this. They could have used fentanyl or something like this. And that's why I keep on picking up on this energy. That somebody could be doing something like that. Because I'm not saying I'm the only one that I know of that can prove and actually see these people masks falling off, seeing them shape shifting right before my eyes. Like, I hear people talking about the stuff. I said, yeah, our parents did this and their parents. They talk about that part when it comes to, because somebody think they're going to get money or something like this. So they'll talk about, yeah, these family members deceitful, but are they able to thread these people along and find them in society, or find them if they pop up in your feed or something like this, and then actually prove that, no, I know what the fuck I'm talking about. This proves this. And that's what I'm saying. I don't think many people is doing that. So they knew that they were going to have some kind of contending something with me. So this is somebody that finds all the bad things that their wife could be remembered for if their real wife woke up. Okay, listen. So this is like Over My Dead Body. I think that's that movie with Roseanne and Meryl Streep or something like this. So no, that's She Devil. I'm thinking Goldie Hawn and Meryl Streep. Okay? So this could be what this is here. But mind you, these people that passed over or decided to leave this earth for a better cause at one point in time in this lifetime, hell, somebody could have said, oh, we're going to be saving the world in the future. Do you guys want to step out of society and just come with us? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Or these people could have been rooting me on or something, and now something changed. I don't know. I just feel like something very weird is going on here. Okay? And it's like, how is the star of the show not going to know their lines? It's something like that. And somebody feels like they're going to do something over with the wicked. And I'm saying, no, I'm going to do something over with the righteous. And so it's something like that. But this was all some kind of something to get some type of documentation of something. The Akashic records could just really be somebody been spying on somebody their whole life. But they didn't want you to know that you was that important, that somebody was spying on you your whole life to make sure you were safe or something like this. They didn't want you to know that part, so they just called it your Akashic records, because that would even steamroll over into another aspect here. So again, this could be also being looked at as going ahead and capturing all seven kingdoms, because if we talk about all the different spectrums here, the caste system, the people, the Dalit people, which would be the lowest caste or the underworld or in the Sheol, which could be where these people originally are from. And it was there because they probably did this or killed me in a past lifetime or something, and that's why they were there. So they tried to get out of there and come exalt themselves with money and put themselves above the throne of God, that somebody like a Christ energy is supposed to sit there and reign with the people. So Satan is trying to play Christ and sit there with the people and cast out the real Christ energy. It's something like this. And they know with this social credit system that they are going to be able to possibly try and do that, because once they cast you out of there, then it's like you don't exist. Okay. I'm trying to get what I'm saying here, because these people could even have like built up places that are cliffed up on type of mountains and on, all kind of shit like this. So like it'll be like, you'll be like, okay, this is enough of this shit. I'm about to go down here to Washington and go to the government, and I'm about to go to the damn Supreme Court, and you just go there and all that shit is just gone. These motherfuckers then disperse the shit in different kingdoms or different places amongst the these seven jurisdictions or whatever that they've called themselves building, or five or whatever it is. And that's just what it is. It's like, I hope that y'all keeping up with what I'm saying. But it's almost like that's what somebody is trying to do. And somebody's trying to tell God, now you sit your ass right there and we're going to do whatever the fuck we want to do. And again, it's like, what is your reasoning? Like, I feel like the people are sick because what is your reasoning? What is this reasoning? And if this is you separating yourself from me at a certain age, and then you want to peer and be nosy in my life. You so happy, but you want to peer. Why did you have to do that for so long? Why do you have to do it at all? And then it's like, why did you have to? What are what were you? What are you trying to prove, or what are you trying to do, or something? Because if you already separated yourself from me, then you know what is it proving? It's not really proving anything that I did anything furthermore to you. At the point after you separated, like I don't know what you get from it, because it's very, it's almost like these other people have already had this heightened sense, and they've been already working together with my money that was left for me in the treasury for my fucking kingdom to do something better in America. And again, these people have, maybe this masculine energy even sacrificed somebody, but off or whatever, but there could have been other masculine energies that would have been interested in taking someone as a bride or something like this. But somebody could have soiled someone or lied someone on someone or did something so that somebody would be embarrassed to take someone, which is the most valuable energy. Like somebody trying to turn somebody into gold instead of wisdom being the most precious of all, because they want somebody that they cleaned up their past as a whore and a stripper and put in an escort and put them in the position of a god. You know what I'm saying? It's something like that. It's something like that. So intimacy is not private anymore, but it's not just in my household. I feel like this is many different households that they've done it in. It's like forced porn industry on some other kind of back end level or something, where people get off on watching what husbands and wives do. Like this shit is twisted, guys. But this is what I'm seeing is going on or has gone on. Somebody forced these things. Well, okay, my wife was a whore, so I have to get a picture of this woman sleeping with many men at one time, even if she's not conscious. You know what I'm saying? Or I have to clone her and have her run around here and do these things, and then Yeah, I'll have to clone her and have her run around and do these things, and then say that it was the original wife. So then again, if that was the clone doing that, that's the clone doing that. That's not me doing that. I've been sitting here mind my damn business, and then just speaking what source want me to speak here. So it's I don't know, y'all. This is a weird. I mean, all today is really etchy and sketchy, but I don't have no act to follow. I don't have no something to memorize. I don't have no, you know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. I'm just speaking because I feel like there's no time for putting anything together and doing, like, even though it seems like time is not standing still, but it's not moving either. It's you know it's like these people are trying to, they can't kill the body, they can't kill the soul, they can't kill the spirit, so they're just trying to put the kill switch on somebody existing. It's just what it is. Maybe it's some of us that's supposed to be always in some type of limelight because there's something about a connection to, uh, motherfuckers could be galactic or something, all right, or they could be something else, and there could be something where we have to be monitored or tracked or something at all time in case somebody is doing something harmful to us, or unless we're doing something harmful to them, because some of these people might have access to their gifts and their powers. They just, again, somebody fuck with my ace of cups so that I can't. So again, when I look at things, it's usually three or four other things that I'm trying to tell you in a way where you will understand. If you're a Trekkie, maybe you'll understand it this way, even though I'm not, and I don't really think that I watched many of those movies. Okay, um, since I was younger anyway. And then say you just from the hood or something, you just somebody that just spit shit all day, conspiracy stuff, you'll be able to know what I'm saying. If you're a church person, you'll be able to break it down as like a church, like what the Bible, what scriptures or something that makes you think about if somebody says this. You know what I'm saying? If you're somebody that study like ancient knowledge or something, this would be equivalent to whenever somebody tried to force Inanna into the underworld or something like this. It's these are this that's how my mind works. I can't help that it worked that way. But you know, that's just what I'm peeping. I'm peeping that, and it's also still harassment. So it's like now people think the value, like there's a powerful being that's doing something right now. They're not here. They may be resting or something like this. And so in this meantime, somebody want to harass somebody, or they've made somebody deemed unworthy or something like this because of what these people did to someone during these past couple of years. And so it's like depreciating the value of something, selling off assets, selling off, I was about to say excrements, I don't know, from somebody's body or something like this. So somebody just feel like they just took all of the essence out of something, and now the value is low. You know, I feel like that could be what was supposed to be the thing ultimately to defeat God. But if I'm still living and breathing here as an element of a son of God or something on this earth, then did you really? And I don't have no powers, I don't have no gifts, I don't have no support that I know of. It's different to have support that you know of, and it's different to not. A million people could be rooting for me in the background. I wouldn't know it. I'm just doing what I do, and I feel like that's how people always should be. But you know, I don't know. It's also good for growth and for some type of stimulant in the mind to know that you have the support of these people. When people say, "Oh my God, I just love y'all so much. I'm almost to 100,000 subscribers. Oh my God, whoop de whoop." It's something about that, and I think we all know that. Just like with shopping, some type of cortisone or some type of shit goes, some type of receptors go off in the brain when you're shopping, just like, again, probably when you get text messages and things like this, it's the same thing. So I guess that you just not proving nothing, but if you take everything away from somebody, that they still gonna be a decent person. They're still going to be a god. They're still going to be who they said they. I don't know. That's just what I'm getting. You can put lipstick on a pig and fancy clothes on a corpse, but eventually something is gonna stink, and it's not gonna be like you didn't take a shower for 3 days. Okay? I'm talking about something else, your soul. So I feel like the sins of these people reached up to heaven of what they was doing behind the scenes. And so they had to force some type of collapse here. But it's after somebody embarrassed somebody or after somebody tried to paint somebody in some type of color here. And they could have put everything in Bitcoin or something like this. So again, it ain't gonna be no money. Okay, well, let's do Bitcoin. Okay, well, what happens when that crashes? Crypto, Tales from the Crypt. And then what happened when that's gone? And it's funny because the almighty dollar is still here, even though we got credit cards and things like this now and debit cards and stuff, but people may not carry it no more. So that depreciate like common sense without getting all into the money shit like what these professionals do. I mean, that just means that it didn't lose its value. A dollar is still a dollar when you take it to the store. But again, it's not something that is what's current. It's not flowing. It's not. That's why I said people make shit too hard in this world today. With explaining things, they make so fucking hard when it could just be really so simple. I break shit to make it simple again for everybody. It's almost like legalese, how lawyers and stuff talk to get you all swapped. And you, shit, at the end of the day, you might be looking at your lawyer like, damn, is you even on my side? Because I don't think that in some cases they're not. What in a justice system, people are supposed. The main thing you're supposed to be doing is standing up for justice. So if you could have been bought out or something, no matter what your beliefs are, or no matter what, whatever, point blank, period, you should not be a. You see what I'm saying? Then you should not be a judge. Then, so this could be also some thinning of this energy here. It sounds too good to be true. Nobody's gonna get in trouble. We're all on one accord. She's the only stupid one that don't know what's going on. Just jump on it. Just see that teacher right there. When everybody think that somebody don't have nobody, what would you do? Somebody might ask themselves, what would Jesus do? If somebody had a chance, if their last chance was to dip out and leave yesterday, and somebody stayed behind to help somebody that could be questionably a friend or a foe, but that person was there for them, regardless of whatever somebody say. That at some point in time, that person was there for them. Now it might have been for their own gain, or it might have been. Now see, then we going down a different fucking path. If somebody was there for you the whole time, but that's not for me to. That's for a higher power to probably judge. That's not for me to judge. All I can judge is that at some point in time, I was taken care of to a certain degree. All right. But financially, mentally, emotionally, never. So this is the problem here. So if but I was still able to have that feeling with a higher power here. So if God ended up sending the energy on this plane here, right? Say, okay, you did good, my child. I put you through this or whatever. Now I'm sending you your perfect person or something like this. Something like this, and somebody want to take that person too. And that's what I was saying. So like I was just thinking like I honestly could tell you this. Okay, this is something personal or something, because I was just thinking, what if all this stuff is true, and what if he was just afraid that I'm gonna do. Well, I've never done anything to anybody. What is the fuck is everybody so afraid of? Why are they feel like they got to take this approach to do something? But I was just thinking, I mean, I know what's been going on lately in this house and everything, and some of it is explainable, some of it is not. This masculine can be sitting in my face right now every day, sitting here acting like he don't know what's going on, but he do. It's just time for him to go because everybody done got all the money. They done got me distracted. He been sitting here close to me to make sure that I ain't making no moves and I ain't got shit and I ain't shit or whatever. And this is what these people plan on doing or something like this. But I was just thinking about him, right? Because somebody want me to say this shit so they can get off the hook and you're not. Okay? We're just talking about scenarios here. But I was like, okay, I could see that because I felt like somebody was trying to show me something. This person, let's show you a glimpse of this person looking happy. I couldn't even see another person with him, but I'm imagining the other figure was another person or another woman or something. Okay, because I feel like somebody flashed a right before I just woke up a second ago. Somebody flashed a baby laying on somebody's knee in front of me. So let's just let's stop that part right there. So what? Okay, so I said, okay, great, because I'm tired of this stuff. But why are you stealing from me? Why are you trying to break me? If somebody's so gung ho on something, even if this is somebody that's watching from above or so called overseas or an overseer, um, okay, all right, but what did that mean? Why are you trying to tear my life apart? Why are ask yourself that part. What? Where the fuck is my finances at? Where's my fucking money? Why do you have to? What are you so afraid of? You're afraid to see. So that's the problem right there. You're afraid to see me move on and be happy. You're afraid that I might prove that somebody else that offers me something that I've been asking for as well in a partner first, relationship second, or whatever. Were you afraid? Like that's somebody that put a clone there and then take they self the 2 year ago tours out, put him with somebody else and say, look how he's thriving. Oh my goodness. But you left me here with a clone. It could even be my fucking twin that he left with. Or why couldn't they just, if this was being about fair and balance, why couldn't they just let that Taurus go? If we both seeing ourselves as some kind of beings that could sever from anything and, commit to something or whatever like this, a case study, or like these people come to people and it's like nobody asked me or regarded that I'm a person and I should be able to decide if I want to be a part of something like this. Okay. But they offered this person to do this. Like, what are we talking about here? So why wouldn't you, if you want to be fair and balanced, say, now which one of these motherfuckers really is God? Because he's saying this and she's saying that, and this. Okay, well let's give this person a perfect partner for 2 years, and let's give this person a perfect partner for 2 years, and let's see what happens. Let's see. It'll show if it's each other. If it's this person, is he going to do the same thing with her? Is she going to do the same thing with him? What is it? Let's see. Maybe it's just that these two people are like a magnet. Maybe this is Satan in God. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? Maybe let's look at it this way. Okay? Because we can't be looking at the past of both people. If this is the situation that's going on, we can't be looking at the past of both people. All right? We can't be. Because this person, what I'm picking up on, might have 20 and 30, 20-year-old children with somebody else. The whole time with a legal binding document or marriage license with me, this person could have a whole 10 different bitches with different households across the nation. And all along, they've been taking or just taking from me or something like this, taking from my grapes or something and giving them to my enemies. For all I know. Oh, they don't belong with her. And I could be a best mother or something. I may not do things the way that other, but again, there was a closeness and a bond that was built with me and my children. It was more like some wolves that den than some preppy soccer mom, let's go get a latte energy. But it's still, I feel like that's a more of a closeness. I'd rather be rolling around in the living room, kicking a ball back and forth, or in the backyard or something with my children than, again, being some type of person that just, it's still a bond or something that's being built there. Okay. It's still a bond. So I'm not going to say I'd rather be. And some people express themselves by going to the game and sitting in the bench and watching their child play. It's something like this. I feel like people are just, there's a construct. And we already realizing that construct takes more time away from personal experience and intimacy amongst the family when they already go to school and you go to work every day and you got that dynamic. People should be able to choose. What are you doing? Are you saying that there's only one way to live and one way to raise your children? It have to look like this? Because it can look like that all day. But how many minutes have you spent actually in and around those children, just having them in your presence or around you or something like this. And I guess what does it matter if I nurtured those children and somebody snatched those children away and put clones here, and they're never going to be able to feel anything for real anyways. They're going to be these strict, think about the Stricts from the original. They're going to be those type of people that don't have no emotions and don't have no nothing. This could be even the nation being, I could be stuck with amongst the Stricts and still have feelings and emotions. They may be trying to change me or something like this. All right. Because I could be, oh my God. So yeah, these people are picking on what they're like rolling the die or spinning the wheel and see where they want me to stop at. What they're choosing what they want me to be. Okay. Or it may be, again, you go down south and you live how you want, but it could be Sodom and Gomorrah and Pompeii. So I don't know. I'm about order, but that's not all. So this is the thing that I'm picking up today, is that this might be a little bit of new piece of a chapter to whatever this is. That somebody, it's scary to me when somebody look like they got everybody fooled. That's like you coming out of your house and a million people, the whole world standing in front of you. And you see this person that's your person or whatever like this, and you know them inside and out. You know them inside out more than anybody else do. But nobody amplified that. They've only been amplifying you or whatever they think about you. And you see this person just coming off so pleasant, like, oh my God, is everything okay? But you know the evil shit that they've been doing to you for 20, 30 fucking years. Okay? You know the evil stuff that they've been doing to you for 10 years or something like this. And the rest of the world is on one accord, like we are Negan with this motherfucker, and that's it. And I'm the bitch that's still gonna sit there and say, well, I'm God, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I haven't exhorted no power. I haven't exhorted no authority. I ain't got no military. I ain't got no nothing. But I'm still gonna be like, yeah. You know, it's that kind of energy. And I'm just like, if nobody never gonna fight for me, I'm always gonna have to fight for me. And then why am I fighting for me? Because I feel like a lot of other people want to be freed too. The people that thought it was funny then and now they're crying because it's happening to them or something like this. The people that were just claiming the story as if it was theirs, and because they wanted to be looked at as something like this, and now they're really actually being able to be, they're actually being put up on that cross, so they're gonna know what it really feel like. You can't just take the claim and make it and go out there and make it your own. No, let's have you feel it. You see what I'm saying? Let's have you feel it, right? Because who knows who reached out? Because I seen this clip of like I think it was like Beyonce and Nicki Minaj and them on the stage or whatever like this. And Nicki and Rihanna was hugged up on each other, whatever, and she was pulling more people in closer to her on that side or whatever. But we um with Beyonce, they had her sitting off to the side and she kind of looked over there at all the other girls and she kind of had like a oh, it's like that or whatever, like look on her face. And somebody was laughing about the look that she had on her face. But you know, it's that cast out energy, like, you know, fake love, fake people showing fake love. It's like, you know, I'm pretty sure amongst the stars, the shit is the same. You get it? Sometimes, yeah, everybody want to be around you for that photo shoot or they something like this or whatever, like, or that collab or something like that. But how much of it is real? Mm, mm. So, and when you being real, you ain't got time to sit here worrying about all the time that much who else is real that's in your energy. Okay, we can say, oh well, you need to leave away from that place, away from these people. Some of you don't even deal with no fucking body. You might have one or two people around you, period. And if those two people, you know, are like that too, what is it going to happen when I go to the next state? What's going to happen when I go out on my own? What's going to happen when I have to go from city to city, town to town, or something like this? Do you understand what I'm saying? uh what is this energy? I can have faith in myself and in God, but in other people, I don't know, because somebody could have just created a facade of some sort here, and they want you to go jump after that, but everybody already know that there's nothing on the other side. And I'm feeling like, okay, so again, what you see is what you get, but I feel like it's because somebody holding something else hostage. I feel like that's just the case. Even I'm looking at the screen right now, and there's a screensaver that keeps changing images. There's a line of demarcation between a feminine energy and a masculine energy that belong together. So I'm hearing that we belong together with Mariah Carey. That's what I feel like I see here. But there's a thin line between love and hate. There's also like a little bit of piece of land right there, where at one point on this little thing that I'm looking at here, it's only a little bit of land on the other side. So if somebody try to walk along that path, you could fall right off that cliff. So there's something like this. Somebody's eating up somebody else's like red carpet or something like this. Mm, 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 mm. So, anyways, I don't know what this is. Y'all, we getting random and real fucking contemporary. No. What can we be looking at? Like Picasso or like some kind of mosaic kind of something now today. Cause I don't even know what none of this shit, it's making sense to me all the way. But the way that I'm presenting it may not be normal. It is more of a freestyle on on another scale here. I'm hoping that some way it could be somebody could have been trying to decompart somebody could be trying to scatter somebody's mind or thoughts. They could be doing or scramble something. They could be doing this could be some kind of test or something that they're doing on many people or something like this. I don't know. But maybe towards the later on in the day, you know, I can get back to some type of conformity or something like this. But right now, it's just like, it's just like that. It's like looking through a kaleidoscope or something like this. That's it's very something very colorful going on. Very eccentric. Hmm. Kind of like. But I feel like also somebody's throwing something here because they want to see. Somebody wants me to talk. Somebody want to hear. Somebody is weird. For real. Instead of sitting down having a conversation, somebody is doing all this. And that's what I was thinking about earlier. I've demanded, I've asked for, I've questioned, I wrote for a meeting with whoever these people are that think they're going to do whatever they're going to keep on doing to me behind the scenes. Nobody want to have nothing to say. I'm not afraid of these people. I don't care if it is some real vampires and shit on this planet. I'm not afraid of them. And so I don't know what to tell you. It's almost like sitting in some type of imprisonment or something. And this could be what this is. Somebody could have put somebody in imprisonment a long time ago under my own reign. Under my own reign, somebody put me in imprisonment and they think soon as I walk out here that they're going to off with my head. But you're not telling God what God can talk about on the planet. The Bible is telling you about your motherfucking ass. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Because really, if somebody is not going out exerting this power unless, again, we are at a point where these people really think that they're going to come against God. That's where the problem resides. That everything, the Bible is a big spiller. It's a big spilling the beans. Okay? It's telling you, it's giving you foresight or something. So you mean to tell me you figured out a way to use science to lasso the sun? To lasso the sun with Maui? You remember he was kind of cocky and arrogant and egotistical. This is what this sound like. A masculine energy that's very well spoken, soft-hearted seeming, and things like this. And really, there's some wickedness there. Maybe that person didn't feel that way all the whole time. But you have to, then again, and if you can't see that your woman is doing that, you're not a real God. If you've been fooled by the person that you bit, the snake that you got bit by, and this person conned you or was cunning, she could fool again. It's either you or her or both of you. I don't know, but you got fooled, not me. And then you're gonna present this bitch to me like, yeah, she's tough. Wait a minute. You've been fooled from the beginning. Go back to from the beginning of that. Was your foolery? So anything you're doing in the meantime to try to outshine me or try to bring me down is still foolery. So I don't know. It's almost like this 20 years later after the motherfucker got bit by the snake. This is 20 years after. Okay. And maybe that person found me last year and realized or woke up out of their slumber or whatever like this. And they saw me the way I was, so proper and everything. You guys could go back to like 2 or 3 years ago, or maybe even when we started this portion of the journey. I would say 2 to 3 years ago, when I was just sitting there smiling out there in that sunroom, and oh my goodness, look at this, what the Lord is saying in the book. And to the point when somebody brought worse at my doorstep, and now this is what you get. Because it's all, people think it's all about movement. I've been doing more work on manifesting and changing something, sitting in one spot, than these people that then ran all over the world and tried to build this new system or whatever the fuck they're trying to build to encage I just see a big cage going over the world, a big ass cage. It been invisible for a long time. It's getting stronger and stronger, and now they're gonna open up the thing and let everybody see this is what we've done. No, it's something like that. Okay, so again, and a lot of this stuff is just heady energy. Some of this shit will manifest on the earth, and some will not. But that's just what it is. I feel like this is what this whole campaign was about, and maybe even this masculine wasn't even sure that this was going on. The masculine could have been not aware. It could be this feminine energy, could be the